So Filip Hrgovic knocks out Eric Molina in the third round of what was a pretty strange fight for the most part. When this fight was announced, I didn't expect this fight to go very many rounds. Just knowing Eric Molina, as I've seen him over the years, not got a great chin, not got much of a heart. That was 3, 4, maybe even 5 years ago when he was getting knocked out by Wilder, Joshua, and Chris Ariola. He's now 37, way past his best. And in this fight, it was strange, to say the least. Filip Hrgovic is a fighter I've done reviews on. I've always felt that he is very upright as a fighter. You know, he's similar to Vitaly Klitschko in style, but he stands very upright. You know, back straight, very, very upright. And in this fight, early on, Molina, even in the first round, was complaining about shots going to the back of the head. Even though he was dipping his head extremely low, he was complaining about shots to the back of the head. You know, even his own commentary team picked up that even after only like a minute and a half into the fight, he's already looking up at the clock to see how long there's left to go, which is never a good sign. And there was a knockdown in the first round. I don't believe it was actually called a knockdown. It was a great body shot that went in from Hrgovic, and Molina sagged again the rope, and Hrgovic, proceeded to throw punches. Some of them, yes, they did go around the back of the head. And Molina finally went down, succumbed to kind of the punishment, went down, and Ian John Lewis didn't call it a knockdown. Fight goes over the first round. We move on to the second. Then we see Molina, and it did look like it was a legit knockdown. Molina get dropped again, but Ian John Lewis again ruled it as a punch at the back of the head. Then Molina started to come into life and was actually landing some shots on Hrgovic. This corner was saying that Molina was hurting him. He was getting some right hands in, taking advantage of the fact that Hrgovic stands so straight upright. Very, very upright. Someone who can get, a bit like Joe Joyce almost. Someone who can counter punch. They would have a field day with this guy. So that was kind of how the second round went. But then Molina was dropped by a legit body shot, done well to beat the count, got back up, and then we went on to the third round, in which it was well decided ahead. Molina complained again, but I think Ian John Lewis, he started counting, he gave a count. I think he knew deep down that Eric Molina really had given up the ghost in this fight, and he just decided to call it off. So Filip Hrgovic improves 10-0, gets rid of Eric Molina like I expected, and that's the first fight I've seen tonight. It is absolutely pouring down rain here in Saudi Arabia. Absolutely pouring rain. Not the place I would have imagined to see this much rain, but strange things can happen. So this is the first fight of the night. We have 3 more fights. So obviously we have Dylan White versus Wack next. Then we have Hunter Povetkin. And then finally, to end this off, we got AJ versus Ruiz. So, exciting times. This is the first fight to kind of kick it off. I did see actually Tom Little versus I forget the guy's name. Not really pointing on a prediction or review for that one. But yeah, this is the fight in a nutshell. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down below. Subscribe if you're new, of course. And as always, I will talk to you after.